What's up, my Vegators? What's going on? Welcome back to the kitchen. Today we are starting. We got a little Velociraptor down here.
I don't know if you can see her or not. She likes the smell of the meats.
We got a couple of pork butts, and who doesn't like pork butts?
About 8 pounders.
They're a little bit over 4 pounds. I think it's like 8.2 or something along those lines.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's no way that's 4 pounds.
Yeah, they're a total of at least 16, maybe 17 pounds. Got 2 of them. And we're going to be smoking them today for some pulled pork, and we're going to have some good eats.
Looks like we got a little bit of fat trimming to do, maybe not. We reaching for sauce, so
I mean, it's basically the person who we're kind of following this recipe off was Meat Church. He trimmed a little bit, but he also said you don't have to.
That just helps get the flavor onto the meat, but either way,
it doesn't feel like it's too thick. I can. Yeah, so we went to sleep last night. Well, I left here about 3 o'clock, and our clock in our office is off by an hour, so I thought it was an hour earlier. So when I woke up this morning, I was wondering why I was so damn tired. I hate to think of what time I finally fell asleep, because I always have to unwind after any kind of... Especially the recordings we do. You know, people at the house or we're out and about. I can't come home and, like, my beautiful girlfriend... give a goodnight kiss, jump in the bed, and gone. When was the last time you gave me a kiss? Oh, the other. Oh, my bad. So I go in here, I set my recliner, turn on the heat, back massage, and I put the YouTube on, and then at some point after that, so it could have been like 4 in the morning, I don't know. All right. But I never even thought about the fact that it was that late. Yeah. Last time I looked at the clock, it was midnight, so in my head, it's midnight. And he woke up this morning not knowing where he was. All right, so we got Fire and Smoke Grill Society, we got Perfect Pork, and Sweet Preacher. So these are big chunks of meat. So it's not gonna hurt it. You wanna definitely load it up. And then get all the sides well. And then we're gonna let it sit for about 15-20 minutes to let the meat sweat. And so when the meat sweats, what it does is it kind of liquefies the seasoning and then draws it back in. So it kind of penetrates a little bit. And who doesn't like their butts penetrated?
It's too early in the morning for this shit.
So here we are. That's gonna do for now.
Just slide that one over.
We will come back to you once everything's set up, and I will do my what's it called? My model walk through the garage to the smoker. I know you guys love my shimmy. So we'll see you in a few. I winked out.
All right, let's get this meat on the grill or on the smoker. How about it?
Let's smoke the meats. All right, so we had it sitting out. Oh yeah, that's better.
For a back shot.
Oh, look at that.
We'll move around the backside of the smoker.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just to ensure we don't drop these on the ground.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Good times.
Alright, so then, because they're the same weight, it doesn't really matter which one we put it in.
Yep, let's just get that down in the side.
So there we go. It's then the nice fatty part, both on there. We're up to temp. Let's close it up so we can get back to temp.
So we will check back in. Oh, go ahead.
So basically, we're not going by time, but they say about 2 hours per pound, but give or take, I don't think it's going to be that long at all.
No, we'll probably come back out like in 2 hours. We'll come back, just check the temperature.
And we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some apple juice, and we're gonna squirt it on there to help create that bark, that better bark. And yeah, we'll let you know all the specifics next time. So see you in a few. All right, big hitters, we are back. We're gonna do the reveal. Hopefully the bone pulls right out, and we're gonna have some pulled pork. So the big guy is going to knock shit over. Oh, it smells pretty good.
Very wet in here, people.
It's moist.
Very moist. It's a moist kind of weekend.
Well, it's not very barky. That kind of sucks. It's not very barky.
So that's the bottom.
Still should be barky.
That is hot, hot, hot.
All right, here's the test. Please let this work out. Nope. Damn. It should pull right out, and it doesn't.
It reached the temperature.
It reached the temperature. It reached 205, 2-ish, and it bone doesn't pull right out. That sucks.
Back to the drawing boards.
But it falls right apart. That's a little hot. That's a little hot.
That got some temperatures on it.
So now the claws are
not bad. It's just a little bit of the fat right around the bone stem didn't render.
If we would have maybe about 10 more, we hit a long stall. Very long stall.
Let me see something.
It's hot. It's very tender though.
Oh well, I
don't know.
We know nothing about what we're doing.
Definitely didn't get where we're gonna go. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull it. We'll go ahead and do the other one. Let's see if the bone comes off that one, and then we'll just taste it because it's not where I want it to be. Damn. Definitely
not how we wanted it.
No. Hopefully it'll taste good.
It pulled out. It's just a little. Ooh.
It's hot.
That is warm.
All right. Well, back to the drawing board on this one. We're gonna have to do it longer next time.
That is disappointing.
And we cooked it for a while, but we hit a stall. We hit what was it, like 180 for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, all right, but we're gonna give it a taste. Let's see what it tastes like. It's hot. It's real hot. All right, taste test. Here we go. That tastes really good though. It's good. I don't know. We had to do it for a little longer.
Smokiness. It's just not as fall apart as I was hoping. Flavor's good.
Flavor's really good. Jesus, it is hot. All right, and that is very hot. All right, so
you gonna shred it?
I'm gonna end up shredding it, but we'll go ahead and probably move off of. Oh, that's great. Piece. But yeah, we'll shred it up, and there'll probably be some pictures on Instagram and Facebook group a little bit later. But we're gonna go ahead and cut it here, and we'll talk about things a little bit later tonight. That way, everybody behind you can talk. So we'll see you in a little bit, guys. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna do a quick little overview of our pork adventure today. And just to go ahead and set the record straight, in case anybody's a little confused, pork butt is not the rump of the pig. We had a little bit of a discussion today.
Yes, one of the kids thought that that pork butt was pork, ass.
Pork ass. I'm not eating ass.
Yeah, so I'm not eating ass. And we had to have the discussion about how it's not actually part of the ass of a pig. It's
the shoulder.
Yes.
It is a delicious, delicious shoulder.
And, well, we had a time today with that thing. We struggled a little. I think we learned a little something. I think next time we will definitely wrap it in aluminum foil.
Well, let's go back to the beginning. Next time we do a pork butt, we are definitely going to do a binder. I really want to do a binder with some mustard.
Yeah.
So we'll binder it up with mustard. We'll put the seasoning on it. That's the first thing. Smoker worked great. We got it to temperature. Everything worked great. Didn't make nearly as much bark. We pulled it at like 160 and there just wasn't as much bark. So next time I'm definitely gonna spray it more with the apple juice to see if that works a little bit more.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I did it twice just to try to get that bark, and it never really formed. I mean, it tasted amazing. Like, it was shockingly good, but it just wasn't. Okay, I'm getting ahead of ourselves. So we cooked it by temperature. We did not cook it by time. We pulled it at 160. We wrapped it. You guys saw that with the butter.
165, right?
It was between 160 and 165.
We got to not pull it until it hits 165.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly. I think it was 163 we pulled it. Something like that. Maybe it was 165. I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
Anyway, I thought we pulled it at 165. I thought that's what you said, but
I can't remember.
Anyway, we pulled it right around the 160, 165 mark. I typically don't pull meat off until it hits the 165, so that it's full into the stall. And we wrapped it, but we did it in butcher paper, which hindsight, I think I would do it in aluminum foil next time.
Yeah, we'll definitely try aluminum foil.
It's a little bit more heat.
Yeah.
I've heard. And now I'm new to this, so I'm still learning. I've been doing briskets for a while, but this is the first time with a pellet smoker.
Yeah.
And it's, it's a learning curve, and it's a matter of, but I've heard, and it's also my first couple weeks of doing butcher paper. I've always done aluminum foil, just because it was what I had. But I got some butcher paper because I wanted to try it. And from what I hear, you get a better bark and a better smoke with butcher paper, but you break the stall better with aluminum foil because it allows it to get hotter.
We went from, I think when we put it back, I know it was down to 150.
Yeah.
So we got from 150, and we got
we'll explain. When we put it back, what we did is we pulled it off of the stall. We brown sugar and buttered it.
Yep.
Aluminum foil, butcher paper wrapped it.
Yep. And
put it back in the smoker for the remainder of the cook. Which we just put the meat probes in. We didn't really mess with it until at least got to the 190 mark.
Yeah. So the problem was from when we put it in, and I remember it was, I think, 51 degrees when we put it in the very beginning.
Yes.
And we went from the fresh into the smoker to 160 in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was very fast. So we thought, it's going to be done pretty soon. So we really thought we were going to get done. Yeah. But then it hit 170 and didn't budge for 3 hours. It didn't
budge for 3 hours off 170. And then about 3 hours later, it bumped up to 172.
Yeah.
And it literally creeped up that ladder for the last time. And we had the entire family, all our kids over.
Yeah.
But most of them. Anyway, we had a bunch of people here. And so everybody was ready to eat. We were already pushed past the time that we planned on eating of 6 o'clock, even though we had started with what we thought was plenty of time. And anyway, so we wound up letting it hit 200 and got a little antsy, pulled it a little bit too early. So as slow as it's cooking, we probably should have left it on. It probably would have finished in another 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah. We started at 275 on the smoker. And for the last hour, I bumped it up to 300.
Yeah.
By that time, it was already cooked, so we were just trying to get it up to 200, so it wasn't going to hurt anything. Yeah. Plus, a lot of people cook it at 300, 325 once they put it in like the paper or something like that. But it didn't develop the bark. It didn't do anything.
No, it had some bark. It didn't have The bark we want. It had great flavor. It had a very good smoky flavor. It had a nice smoke ring.
Sweet.
And you'll see it in the video. It was pretty nice. Now, it wasn't the best smoke ring in the world, not like some of them you see on like the Meat Church or some of the professional guys' channels. But it was a nice piece of meat. And you'll see in the video also, it pulled apart, but it was very much pull it by hand, and we had to work it. It was not fall apart how we wanted it. And I think that's simply that we didn't get it to that 202, 205. That could be right or wrong. Yeah. So if any barbecue experts out there see this and have any suggestions like, no, it didn't matter if you hit the 200, that was close enough, or you should do this, you should do that, please comment below. Let us know if there's something obvious that we missed.
And when we pulled it off, we didn't immediately go at it. We let it sit it was about 4 minutes.
Not as long as I normally would. Usually I like to let it rest for no less than an hour, all the way up to 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
But because everybody's here and everybody was waiting and the rest of the food was going to start getting cold, we went ahead and pulled it at maybe 30 minutes.
I think
maybe 45, and we were lucky.
I think next time we treat it like a brisket kind of, and start like maybe the night before, and then just let it sit.
We're just definitely gonna have to start earlier.
Yeah.
Even if we prep it the night before, and then have everything ready, but
that might be something that we could do, like prep it the night before, get it all seasoned, get everything in there, and get all that way it gets all the. That's something that we might start doing. We might try.
Yeah.
But the flavor, I mean, you saw before this when we were pulling it apart. I was disappointed that the bone didn't pop.
You can tell because when we did the pull apart and the taste, we were very deflated, and we've since reflected back on it and been like, once you pulled it apart, even though it was a little tougher to pull apart, and we made little pork sandwiches out of it, pulled pork sandwiches with some cabbage or coleslaw on top. Absolutely delicious. It chewed soft and delicious.
And the longer it
just didn't pull. Once it was pulled apart and we were eating it, it was absolutely delicious, and the flavor was good.
Oh, it was. The flavor was spot on.
It got tore up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that it wasn't good. It just when you see all these guys on YouTube and everywhere, they have these briskets and these pork butts and ribs, and they're just like falling off the bone, and they just touch it and the thing falls into flakes and ready to eat. That's what you want, because that's what everybody says it's supposed to do and how they do it. So when you don't, it's very disappointing. But then I ate it and I'm like, it's tender.
It's delicious.
I don't have a hard time chewing it. It's not like it's chewy or miserable. We did some ribs, and they have flavor on those were amazing, but I thought they were kind of chewy.
Yeah, those needed definitely.
I think so when I thought about the pork, but I was like, it didn't fall off the bone, and you couldn't just pull that bone out, and have it perfect, which is impressive. Don't get me wrong, but it was still a delicious meal.
Yeah,
not chewy at all. It was good.
It was the best pork butt I've had. I mean, pulled pork wise. I mean, like, it wasn't shredded; it was pulled. Absolutely. It was juicy. It wasn't dried out. It was great, and it is disappointing in a way at the moment, because we're trying to show you guys, hey, we can do this and stuff. But then you got to remember, this is our first time using the Traeger. And the Traeger it was spot on. The temperature, it works. I love that damn thing.
Yes.
And it's not like we're gonna stop. I mean, next week we're gonna try some things again. We're gonna try the ribs again. We're gonna try to do the pork butt again, and we're gonna keep doing it.
I think what I was thinking we could do next week is double up, like put 2 or 3 slabs of ribs on, and maybe 1 pork butt. To try to perfect our times and our temperatures and everything about, and probably may or may not even do it on video. I don't know. I haven't decided if we're going to build it into a show or just really focus, because that's the other distraction, is you're also running cameras and moving stuff and trying to do this while doing that. And it does distract a little bit unless you've done it before, which is new to us. We've been doing the sit down for just a short minute. But when you do that, there's so much more. We don't have a production crew. It's just him and
Just us.
Every now and then, our producer will help, but during the times we're doing this, she's otherwise engaged.
Yeah. And
so
you know,
it's been a learning curve, but it's been fun.
On the other side of the coin, you know, we're showing you guys, hey, we didn't make a perfect freaking pork butt. It tasted good, it was amazing, and everything like that. But you saw, it wasn't perfect.
Well,
not everything's perfect, so you know you can still thoroughly enjoy something that's not absolutely perfect.
Well, that's what I've been saying from the beginning. Our show is about the journey. It's about come along with us. If you're better than us, if you're at the same level as us, or if it's just something you wish and hope to do eventually, come along, learn with us, experience it, have fun, have a drink. And it's always eventually we'll be doing hopefully some lives where we can literally chat.
And of course, it's going to be always funny for people who are like, you know, maybe further ahead of us, you know, look back and watch it and be like, man, I remember when I was doing that. I know exactly how they feel. And you got where you are, and we're going to get there too.
If there's one thing I love the sharing of experience and knowledge. I like sharing it with people who are up and coming that are less involved than me, and I love gleaming it from the older crew or people who have smoked cigars, drank whiskey, done smoked meats, who have done it longer than me. Like every Monday and Thursday when I'm in Tampa, I talk to one of my vendors over there that I buy from, and we swap barbecue stories, and we talk what he smoked over the weekend. Mike. We'll talk what he smoked over the weekend. We'll talk what I smoked over the weekend. He'll share recipe tips and stuff, and it's just fun. It's good, and he's got a lot more time and experience, so I take in as much as I can. So that's just what I want for the show. It's just this community vibe, not like it's just us two old blowholes over here just rattling on about our own opinions.
And completely open and honest. We're not going to hide. I mean, why?
You know, dude, we're too old to give a shit. Let's just have some fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is exactly how we would be doing it, no matter camera or not. Maybe it'd be a little less work without the camera, but we're just showing you guys what we're doing. We're having a blast. We had a good time. We were out there. We were out there with the kids, and Christian was here, and we were walking out, and he's like, "Poke it. Let's see how it works." You know, just having a good time. So that's what it's all about.
And of course, it's always nice. You round the night off with a nice pour of whiskey. Or more, whatever.
Yeah.
It's up to you. But, yeah, it was definitely a fun night.
Absolutely.
Kids have all went home. We got the grandbaby. Well, Jenny and I have the grandbaby for the night. We're going to watch him so the parents can have some extra sleep and some downtime. And tomorrow is, as we all know, Father's Day. All the kids will be returning to the house for another chaotic day of shrimp boil.
We're going out for lunch.
To breakfast.
We'll brunch.
Well, it's at lunchtime. About 11 o'clock, but it's actually for breakfast and coffee. Yeah. It's just about the time we'll all get up and get moving.
Maybe we'll get some pictures while we're there for the gram. And just a reminder, you can follow us. We are on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and now on Spotify.
Yes.
Just the Basic Btch and the Bearded Biker.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
It's a video podcast. It's, as of right now, it's pretty much the same videos you can watch on YouTube. But let's say that you've seen us on YouTube because somebody referred it, but now you can watch us on Spotify if that's more your speed and your thing.
You can watch. If you don't pay for YouTube, you know, it shuts off when you close the phone, so Spotify doesn't do that. You can listen to it while you're driving.
Yeah, I know that some of my friends, they don't have a lot of time. They're very super busy, so they're like, man, if I try to sit and watch it, I'm tired or I've got other things I got to do. But I listen to it on my drive to work.
The best part is it saves your spot.
And so it's a cool option. That's why we kind of went with it, was to give one more way for people to be able to access and join us on this journey. And I think that's it for tonight, guys.
That's pretty much it. So we're going to go ahead and close out. I'm going to try to upload a couple more things to Spotify before I go home. And we're going to have a nice, awesome day with the family. And I know this isn't coming out at Father's Day, but since tomorrow is our Father's Day, I hope you guys have or had a great Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
So until next time, like, comment, subscribe.
Ring that bell.
And we'll talk to you guys next time.
Later.
Peace out.